Hi guys and welcome to the What If League. Today's experiment we're looking what would happen if Arsenal sold Alexis Sánchez to Manchester United and got Henrikh Mkhitaryan in return. On top of that they bought Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang from Dortmund. As you can see on the screen, I have already done those transfers and you can see the fees which I have listed. Those are the numbers that the media is circulating around, so this is what I have used. Now I'm going to fast forward until the end of season 2018 to see what happens. And here we are, 2nd of June 2018. The season has finished. As you can see, Manchester City were crowned champions with 90 points, 10 above Chelsea. Manchester United in third place, 1 point above Arsenal, who were on par with Liverpool and were managed to get to the top four only because they had a better goal difference. And looking here at the player stats, we can see why. Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang was the top goal scorer in the league. He also is listed at third place for most player of the match awards, which means that he had a very big impact and probably is to blame for Arsenal's finish in the top four. Now let's have a look at how the team is playing and how the newcomers have adjusted to their new team. Aubameyang naturally is playing up top and he's a starter. On the other hand, we see that Mkhitaryan is not in the first team, so this is very interesting. I'm wondering maybe is he injured at the moment and that's why we don't see him? No, he is not. So looking at Mkhitaryan just to see his stats, he has played in 9 Premier League games, scoring 2 goals and making 2 assists with an average rating of 7.18, which is not too bad, but of course he's not really shining there. Let's see what is happening with Aubameyang. Indeed, you can see his stats that he has played 13 games, scoring 9 goals, picking up 4 Player of the Match awards with an average rating of 7.46, which is really well considering this is his first season in a new league. Just quickly going to Alexis Sanchez's screen just to see how is he performing. He is playing much better, to be honest. 16 games, 6 goals, 5 assists, and 6 Player of the Match awards. So he is making a very big impact for Manchester United. If we go to their tactics screen, he's playing on the right wing. Rashford is on the left with Lukaku on top, and apparently they have formed a really good partnership, which has led to Sanchez scoring a lot of goals and being really influential for his new team. Now let's have a quick look at the fixtures for both Manchester United and Arsenal to see what was the impact in the other competitions. For Manchester United, let's have a quick look. So in the FA Cup, they continue fourth round where they lost out to Leicester. Then in the Champions League, they were knocked out of the groups. This is really surprising to me. So they went into the Europa League, and into the Europa League they qualified until the semi-final where they lost to Paris Saint-Germain. So Manchester United did not win any trophies this year. Now let's see what's happening with Arsenal. So Arsenal are playing in the Europa League anyway this season, and let's see how far they go in the League Cup. As we know, they have bowed out. Then FA Cup. Also, we see in the FA Cup they have went until the final, which they lost, I think, to Chelsea, and they lost the Euro Cup final as well to Paris Saint-Germain, who also defeated Manchester United. So this was a very heartbreaking season for both teams. Now what I am going to do, I am going to fast forward 3 years into the future, and then we're going to see what was the impact in those years for the new players that we have transferred. We are now in the year 2021, and the last time we left off, Manchester City were champions. Let's see what happened in the next season. So season that ends 2019, Manchester United were champions, 8 points above Arsenal, finishing second. Liverpool and Chelsea make out the top four, and Manchester City have dropped down to the 5th place, leaving them out of the Champions League. In the season after that, Manchester United were champions again, this time 19 points above second place Liverpool. Tottenham were third, Manchester City make up the top four, and Arsenal dropping down to 6th. And let's see what happens in the final season. So in the last season, Arsenal were champions with 89 points, 4 more than Manchester United on second place. Tottenham and Chelsea are making up the Champions League places, Manchester City dropping down to 5th. Now, if we go to Arsenal to see their tactic screen, how are they performing? Aubameyang is the is the striker, with Mkhitaryan playing in the number 10 position, Lacazette and Iwobi on the wings. So this is interesting. Mkhitaryan forced his way into the squad. Let's see how did he perform in the last 3 seasons. Let's have a quick look. So this is Mkhitaryan's stats. You can see 718 in his first season, then 728, 710, 724. So he is playing well, not really spectacular, but much better than his first half a season at the Gunners. He has really begun impacting games with 11 goals, 13 assists this season, and this has given him 4 Player of the Match awards. Now let's have a look at Aubameyang and how did he perform. In his first season, an average rating of 7.46, followed by 7.3, 7.37, and 7.38, which is a bit lower, but on average, pretty much the same performance. He's scoring a lot of goals and he's helping Arsenal achieve their targets. So Aubameyang is definitely a good transfer for them. Along with Mkhitaryan, they managed to make Arsenal champions at least once in these 4 years. Manchester United, on the other hand, won 2 titles. Let's go and have a look how is Alexis Sánchez performing for them. So let's see. If we look here, he has very high average rating, so he's really probably the star of the team. Let me just have a quick look at Manchester United. No, David De Gea is the star, which means that they have a really strong team. You can see that he's scoring a lot of goals and assisting, picking up a lot of Player of the Match awards. So now we're going to check the European competitions, and first in line is Europa League. The very first season, Paris Saint-Germain won, as we already confirmed, by defeating Arsenal in the final and Manchester United in the semis. Before that, they beat Lazio and Real Sociedad. On the other hand, Manchester United won against Everton and Lyon, while Arsenal defeated Sevilla in the semis, Milan in the quarterfinals, and the French Nice in the second knockout round. Moving to the next season, Bayern Munich won the Europa League, defeating Benfica in the final 3-0. Bayern Munich qualified for that final after they defeated Basel in the semis, Marseille, Olympique Marseille in the quarters, and Roma in the second knockout round. In the third season, Tottenham were crowned champions of the Europa League after defeating Hertha Berlin in the final. Tottenham also defeated Roma, West Ham, and Real Sociedad on their way to this title. Let's see who won the competition in the final season. It was Tottenham again, so they made a double 2 years in a row after defeating Red Bull Leipzig in the final. Tottenham also crushed West Ham in the semis 5-1 on aggregate after defeating Monaco in the quarters and Sparta Prague in the second knockout round. Moving one tier up to the Champions League, as usual, we are now seeing that Real Madrid were crowned champions in the very first season after beating Bayern Munich in the final. Real also defeated Liverpool in the semis, Atletico Madrid in the quarters, and Porto in the first knockout round. As you can see, Manchester United did not qualify for the elimination stage. They went to the Europa League where they bowed to PSG. In the next season, however, Manchester United are European champions after beating Chelsea. This was a replay of the 2008 final when Manchester United again defeated Chelsea. It was on penalties back then, but now they won 2-0 after also defeating Juventus in the semis, Real Madrid in the quarterfinals, and Borussia Dortmund on away goals in the first knockout round. Let's see what happened in the third season. Chelsea this time took the title to Stamford Bridge after defeating Real Madrid on penalties. Chelsea also beat Barcelona in the semi-final, Monaco in the quarters, and Valencia in the first knockout round. In the last season in this simulation, Bayern Munich won after extra time against Paris Saint-Germain. Bayern Munich also defeated Manchester United in the semis, Ajax in the quarterfinals, and Chelsea in the first knockout round. So in summary, before I close off this video, all I can say is that Alexis Sánchez is obviously a better transfer for Manchester United than Aubameyang and Mkhitaryan for Arsenal, or at least the Manchester United team were better prepared to win trophies. Since all of these players have a few more years left in the tank, I am going to do a second video on the topic where we are going to go 3 more years into the future to see how things evolve. But for now, I'm going to leave it here. Let me know what you think. If you want to see some specific statistic or some specific feature from the game for those seasons, don't forget to like the video and subscribe if you haven't already. You're going to receive notifications for when I upload my new videos. In the meantime, you can check out my social media listed in the description. Let me know what you think about this experiment and what would you like to see next. I would love to hear from you in the comments. Until the next time, bye.